Welcome to the Rehab Roundup. I am your host, Dr. Hassan, board certified physiatrist and independent practice owner. I help physiatrists start and grow their own independent practice so that they can achieve financial independence and live without limits. Today's topic is 5 steps to setting successful goals. So normally when we start, I always do a little report on the weather out here. Today was 101, so it's slowly getting a little cooler. And then we do a little small talk. So today, I want to talk about something that happened. So today, I saw a patient who I initially saw in 2017. So went over to the acute care hospital, did my chart biopsy like I normally do. And I saw that it was an individual who I've seen before. So, pro tip, what I normally do is I put some type of fun fact or some type of distinguishing bit of information in my H&P so that in the event I see a patient again, I use that as a way to pick up the conversation from that point so that, it's now like an old friend sitting down and we're having a conversation. So in this particular instance, the individual happened to be from Puerto Rico. So another pro tip, what I do is I take a stool with me to kind of sit down so I'm at eye level with the patients. So in this particular hospital, in the observation unit, they don't have chairs. They do on the floors, but in the observation unit, they don't have chairs. So I know the patient was in the observation unit, so I had my chair with me. So I go in, I knock on the door, say, "Hey, how you doing?" Sit down, say, "Do you remember me?" It's like, "You look familiar." I was like, "Yeah, I took care of you in 2017. It's like, "Oh yeah, I remember. How's everything going?" So we're a little chit-chatting. And then at some point, I say, "Hey, since the last time, I took care of you, have you been back to Puerto Rico?" And you can see it, like, their eyes lit up. And they were like, "I don't know if we talked about it, but no." So apparently they were able to come in contact with the family member from Puerto Rico who lived in the States. And from that particular family member, they were able to connect with 25 other Puerto Ricans who lived in the States. So from New York, Jersey, Florida, and Virginia. And they all got together. This was pre-pandemic. They all got together in Virginia and just was able to kind of connect, have family time. He was saying how the one cousin who set everything up in Virginia had a traditional spread and different things like that. So it was a really cool experience being able to pick up the conversation from a certain point and it not be so technical and make it more of an intimate feel to the encounter. So I thought that was pretty cool. Got a couple more minutes to allow people to jump on. Today's topic again is 5 steps to setting successful goals. Kind of a tongue twister, huh? But yeah, so that was my day today. I thought it was pretty cool. And it just kind of shows how if you do the little things kind of help set you up for success. So we have a couple people on, I'm assuming. So we'll get into it. Welcome to the Rehab Roundup. I am your host, Dr. Hassan, board certified physiatrist and independent practice owner. I help physiatrists start and grow their own independent practice so that they can achieve financial independence and live without limits. Today's topic is 5 steps to setting successful goals. So before we kind of jump into it, if you know of a physiatrist who may benefit from hearing this topic, please share this post. If you're catching it on the replay, please put #replay. And again, today we're talking about 5 steps to setting successful goals. Now, setting successful goals is really the secret sauce, right? If you can set goals and successfully achieve those goals, that's what's going to take you to the next level. So this is really the secret to success. So learning steps and how to implement those steps on setting goals and being successful at achieving those goals is really going to be a key to you building, growing, profitable practice, or whatever it is that you've kind of set as a lofty and ultimate goal. So it's kind of three big things that you need to do to achieve these goals. So one, that's knowing exactly what you want. You got to be clear. You got to have clarity. Two, you got to have a passion for that destination, where you want to get, what that ultimate goal is. And then you have to have a plan, right? So it's just like taking a trip. So when you get in the car, you set the GPS, but the first thing you do is you know exactly where you want to go. So you put in that address, right? So that's that knowing exactly where you want to go. You have to have passion or that dedication to get there, because it may be a situation where if you live in Chicago, LA, or something like that, that has a lot of traffic, that traffic could be something that deters you from getting to your ultimate destination. So you have to have passion or grit and that focus to really get to that destination. And you have to basically have a plan and take action. And that's, getting in the car, going the speed limit. If you go faster than the speed limit, going faster than the speed limit, but getting to that ultimate destination. So you have to kind of put all those three things together to really achieve that goal. So in terms of steps, if we're talking about the 5 steps to setting successful goals, first step is, like we said, clarity, knowing precisely what your goal is. And you want to get down to the minutia. You want to write it out, diagram it out, whatever kind of works best for you. But you want to be very, very clear to the finest, most minute detail about what it is your goal is. So you got to be very clear. You got to have clarity. You want to be very specific, but you also want to envision what that looks like. Imagine if I achieve this goal, what it would look like. Because that's going to really give you that motivation. So you want to be clear, specific, and imagine what it looks like. So step number 2, you have to be willing to pay the entry fee. So you say, what's the entry fee? Basically, the entry fee is, what are you willing to sacrifice? In certain situations, that may be time. Certain situations, that may be money. Certain situations, that may be, if you want to lose weight, and you love sweets, sacrificing sweets. But you got to figure out, what's the entry fee? What am I going to have to sacrifice to achieve this goal? And that may create a level of discomfort for you. So you got to know what the entry fee is so that you can come to some type of common ground with that and then move forward. So number 3, you want to focus on your goal every day. You have to have clear mental focus and consistency to really be able to successfully achieve these goals. You got to recommit every day to this goal and achieving this goal. Focus and that clear, consistent recommitting to that goal every day is going to be important, because this is not an easy process. So you have to use that consistency and that clear mental focus to help you every single day really move one step closer to achieving that goal. So that's going to be really important. Step number 3 is that focus on your goal every day. So number 4, you got to get passionate, right? You want to be very passionate about whatever it is, whatever goal it is that you set, because passion is going to be that driving force that really gets you through the downtimes. You're not always going to be up. You're not always going to be in a positive mood, but that passion is going to be that thing that kind of drives you. But that passion also helps you to develop successful habits. One of the books that I recently read was Atomic Habits. And really, the premise of it is you just want to get 1% better every day. And just like compound interest that's going to compound upon itself and really help to build, kind of grow, and get you to that ultimate goal. So you really want to have that passion, because that passion is going to help you to develop these habits, which is going to help you move again one step closer to achieving your goals. And the last and fifth step is basically taking consistent action. So you want to take one small action after another. Again, it's that whole compounding effect. You just got to take action every single day. Do something that's going to help you get closer to that particular goal. So to kind of summarize the 5 steps to setting successful goals, 1, you got to have clarity, right? You want to know precisely what your goal is. 2, you got to know what's the entry fee. What do I have to sacrifice to achieve this goal? 3, you got to focus on that goal every single day. Important thing is to recommit to that goal every single day. Number 4 is to get passionate, because that passion is going to help you to develop habits of success. And number 5, take consistent action. Every day you want to get one step closer and take one action that's going to get you closer to achieving those goals. So that's it for the Rehab Roundup. Today we talked about 5 steps to setting successful goals. I'm your host, Dr. Hassan, board certified physiatrist and independent practice owner. I help physiatrists start and grow their own independent practice so that they can achieve financial independence and live without limits. Look forward to talking to you guys next week. Have a good night.